and welcome to Shibashi. Sorry it's a couple of minutes late starting. I've been messing around with trying to position the iPad because for some reason today it's just showing up really dark in here. Probably the weather, so hope everyone's feeling good and fit and well. We are hopefully going to be able to restart the classes in the hall next Monday. So I will post messages up if that all goes ahead. Hi Janet, good morning. So hopefully we'll be back in the hall. If Boris lets us, which I think is being announced later today, then I am going to be running a 9:15 class and a 10:30 class Monday mornings in Holcombe Village Hall. I'm going for 9:15 because I know quite a few of you are coming from surrounding villages and it's a little bit tricky to get there for 9 o'clock because you're hitting the school run and all the commuters and things like that. So we're going to go 9:15 to 10:15, which still gives me a good 15 minutes between classes to wipe everything down and get one lot out before the next lot are getting ready to come in. So hopefully that'll work fine. So it should be Holcombe Village Hall next week on Monday 9:15 till 10:15, and then a second class 10:30 to 11:30. If all that goes really well, which I'm hoping it will, everyone, most of my students will have had at least one jab, if not two, quite a long time ago, and we get back in the swing of things. Then I'm going to look to add on the earlier class again, which will be the 8 o'clock class. So if there's demand for it, we will then go 8 till 9, 9:15 to 10:15, and then 10:30 to 11:30. And once we've had a couple of months of that and everyone's settled in, then I can look at starting up some more classes on Thursday morning in somewhere else, a bit more convenient for people. So we're going to suck it and see a bit, see how it goes. So who else have we got? Hello Pauline and Jill and Jane, nice to see you on board today. So I will still Wi-Fi depending, which is usually fairly good in the hall, live stream the 10:30 class, so people who aren't able to come back yet, aren't happy about coming back yet, or just find it easier to follow from home, can do that. But we'll just kind of see how it goes really. So before we start today, I just want to run over a couple of things that I actually give on the handouts. So when you do come to classes, you get your handouts as well as forms to fill in. Just to remind you, if it was a long time ago that you sort of were told this and read about it, why we're doing what we're doing. The classes I do, the Tai Chi Shibashi. So Shibashi is a 18 movement set. Shi, the first Shi in Shibashi means 10. The Ba means 8, and the second Shi means movements. So Shiba, the first bit is 18. Shi is movement, so it's 18 movement set. And this set was actually put together in 1979 by Professor Lin Po Shung, and it's been around for a long time, Tai Chi, Qigong in all its forms. But this actual set, the Shibashi set we work on, came about in 1979. It's used as a daily practice for a lot of people. If you're really super fit, then it's a useful practice to use for your rest days. So when you're not going crazy on circuits and hardcore training, use this on your rest days. Some people will use it as a warm-up, but as just a daily routine to keep you moving and flexible, then it's fantastic for that as well. We have Chi, can be spelt in two ways. So you'll see it spelt QI or CHI. and it's both exactly the same thing. It's just the Chinese versus the Hong Kong spelling. So we've got cars brooming around here, so hopefully Andy will sort that out. So Qi, and that means energy or life force. The Gong bit, which can also be spelt, it's spelt with a G, which is how you pronounce it, or spelt with a K. I'm not by any means an expert in Chinese, but they pronounce things very differently to us. So it's the Gong or Kong is the sound. So you'll see that spelt either way as well, but it's all the same thing. So Qigong, Qi, Kong, it's all the same thing. And that part means work or exercise or practice. So you've got the energy, practice, energy work, energy exercise. You'll see all these translations is what we're up to. So you've got Qigong, energy exercise, it's a loose translation, and Shibashi, 18 movements. That's what we're up to. Now Tai Chi means a supreme exercise or skill, and the Tai Chi that we do stems from the Kung Fu as a martial art. And so Kung Fu you might see as well written as Wushu. I might have to deal with this chap, unfortunately, because I think he's lost. I think he's ignored the signs that we're not anything to do with next door. He's turning around. Nobody's getting out. So we'll just let them get on with it. But it's kind of distracting me a little bit. So I apologise for that. There are 5 popular styles. Oh, I'm going to have to get out. Excuse me while I sort out the lost people. Right, I'm back. So, looking for next door, where we have a sign saying this is not next door. Okay, right, back to it. So, there's 5 styles of Tai Chi, and the most popular are Chen, Yang, I've got to read this because I can't remember them all otherwise, Wu, which is W-U, and Wu, which is W-O-O, and Sun. Now we're working from the Yang style, so if anybody asks what you're up to, you can say it's Tai Chi Yang style, and it's part of Kung Fu. So Granny's doing her Kung Fu this week. Yes, you are. Non-combative, combative. Anyway, we don't beat each other up. But just in case, you could be ready for it, should you need to. Everything I do with my classes is always standing up. So nobody has to worry at all about getting up and down from the floor, from the mat. Well, will throw other things in that maybe come from Pilates or yoga, the Holy Trinity, Tai Chi, Pilates, yoga, or general exercise, physio, bits that come in that all help for standing, balance, but everything will always be standing up. Okay, so we've done Qigong, energy exercise, Shibashi, 18 movements, Tai Chi, supreme ultimate exercise or skill, Tai Chi coming from Kung Fu and in the Yang style. So gone through a little bit of that. There's tons online if you want to do more research into this, but basically the Buddhists brought the Qigong over to China in about 600 AD, something like that. I have to double check that because it's a long time ago. about 4,000, no, 206 AD I've got in my notes, so it's about 4,000 years ago, that's the one. And the Qigong was used in various forms all the way through Chinese history, outlawed under communism, and then came back into favour in the sort of middle of the last century. So yeah, that's what we're up to. Today we are going to do a little warm up. We are going to do a Shibashi set, and then we're going to finish with some standing meditation, which if you've done anything like it before, we're looking at the tree pose and how you can use that to do a daily 5 minutes to start with, building up. Okay, right, we have all kinds of weird and wonderful claims about Tai Chi and the benefits it can have on the body. You have to be quite skeptical about some of the things you might read online, because there's all kinds of claims, and I would never ever suggest that this replaces Western medicine. I would suggest you use it in conjunction with. So we can confidently say that the Qigong will help prevent illness and relieve the symptoms of illness. It's a really safe aerobic exercise. You can't hurt yourself doing this. It will increase blood flow through the body, and that in itself helps to heal things. So if you think about the oxygen running through the blood in your body, that's getting to areas that need it. So we can confidently say that. And because of the improved blood flow, you are looking at possibly lowering blood pressure or regulating it if you've got high blood pressure. So we also are looking at improving flexibility. Well, there's no doubt at all in that. It definitely improves your flexibility and your mobility. And if you can move better and more comfort, then you feel more alive. So it all kind of goes together. Our important rule, 70% effort. So don't overreach, don't overstretch. Things will ache a little. You might feel some discomfort, but there's a huge discomfort, a huge difference between discomfort and pain. Any pain at all, you stop. Slow it down, lower it down. So yeah, that's where we're going to start with this today. If nothing else, you should end up at the end of the session feeling calm and focused, and hopefully relaxed and refreshed. Everything else is a bonus. Right, so I know last week we worked quite hard and did a lot of balance work. So you'll be pleased to know we're not doing that again this week. You can always go back to it if you want to. And I had a few comments about aching arms. Now your arms would have been aching because when we were doing all that balance work, you were actually using them a lot more than you probably realised, because you were focusing on what was happening with the feet and staying upright and staying balanced, and you didn't realise exactly how much you were using your arms. So that's where they ached. As always, make sure you've got your water. And we'll start the warm up. So feet facing forwards. Let's go back a little bit so my head gets in. Okay, just slowly breathing down. Relax the body. We'll start by moving the head from right to left. So, apologies for a bit of a long preamble and a small interruption, but we'll get going now. Drop that chin down and rotate the neck, looking from one side to the other, letting the eyes move, gently stretching out the back of the neck. And then bring the head back to centre. So keeping the head still and fixed, facing forwards. You're just moving the eyes now to look around all the compass points. We're going to go up, down, right and left. Up, down, right and left. One more. Get those eyes moving. Then bring the shoulders up to the ears and let them drop. Both shoulders up. Let them drop. One more. And then we'll do single shoulders. Alternate sides if you like. Or do 3 to one side and then 3 to the other. Whole arm coming forwards and around. So rotating that shoulder joint. You keep that rotation wherever you can manage, going back. So if it's only a small circle, don't worry. Just don't make sure it's not hurting. And then forward and around with the other arm. And going back. So whatever health or medical problems you've got, you're taking responsibility for them and working to whatever your body will allow. Hands to the front of the shoulders, circle that elbow forwards and around. Then take it back. And the other arm coming forwards and around. And going back. Drop the arms from side stretch. So it's pushing down with one hand and pushing up with the other. Apologies because you're not getting all of my hands on this. And turning the head to the side as you lengthen both sides of the body. Holding it for a couple of breaths and changing sides. I've got a lot of boxes in this room that you can't see, so I've got my space limited a little bit this week. One more to each side, reaching up to the sky, pushing down to the ground, turning the head to the side. And last one to the other side. Thinking long and tall. Drop the arms, stretching across the chest, bow and arrow stretch. Pointing out with one arm, pulling back with the other. Turning to look down that long arm and changing sides. Just do one of these to each side today. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. I'm going to swing the arms around the torso. So a brisk swing, letting those arms fly about. Tapping the front of the shoulders. And then arms to the front, soft elbows and wrists, circle those hands inwards. And circle them back the other way. Two strong fists, knuckles facing away from you. Big stretch out of the fingers. We're going to do this 3 times. So back into fists to relax the hand. And then a big stretch, getting as much space between all the fingers as possible. Back into fists and a big stretch of the hands. Right hand's going to turn palm up next. And you're going to pull back on the fingers, stretching out the inner wrist. So straightening the arm. Making sure you can feel that stretch in the inner wrist here. Changing sides. Pulling back. Heels of the hands going into the lower back, pushing down and out, kidney wiping. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the hands, give them a little shake. Circle the hips round. Circle round one way. Then circling back the other way. standing still. We're now going to come down to the knees. So you're going to give the knees a good rub. Look towards the floor. Rubbing in and around that knee joint. Not going to circle them this week. What we're going to do is keep our hands on those knees, and then you're going to look up to the right, back through centre, look left. Going quite quickly from one side to the other. Straightening up to the side, keeping the fingertips towards the knees. And coming back to standing, we'll heel tap to the front. So bring a heel up, tap it with the opposite hand. Now remember, you're not leaning with the body at all. You're keeping the top half of the body nice and straight as you bring the heel up to that hand. Don't worry if it doesn't reach. Go in the general direction and try to go quite fast with this as well. Starting to work on that balance, moving at the hip joint. And then heels coming up behind, and tap the heel behind. There goes Mavis. Okay, back to standing. You're going to take the right foot half step forwards and then lift from the toes coming up onto the heel just to stretch that calf out. Lower the toes to release, and again coming up, stretching out the calf muscles, and down. One more. Then turn the foot to face out towards the side. Keep the hips facing forward so there's headlights on your hips, still shining towards me. Toes come up, stretching out the side and the back of the leg right up into the bum. Release down, and again. Release it, and one more. Stepping back, same with the other foot. So half a step forwards, and then lift from the toes, coming up onto the heel to stretch that calf muscle. Lower the toes, and again. Lower down to release, and one more. Lower it down. Turn the leg to the side. Keep facing forwards. Hips still facing forwards, pelvis facing forwards. Looking at me with those hip bones. Lift the toes up. Lower it down. And again. Lifting up. And down. One more. Release it down. Step the foot back. You're going to come up onto the ball joints of either foot and circle the ankle round. So rotating the ankle round one way. About half a dozen rotations, and then back the other way. Lower that heel down, changing sides. Rotating the ankle. This is my clicky one. And back the other way. Drop the heel down and a quick march through the feet. Toe, toe, heel, heel. Out, out, in, in. Toe, toe, heel, heel. Out, out, in, in. Couple more. Out, out, in, in. Toe, toe, heel, heel. Out, in, in. Come on, Pauline. Toe, toe, heel, heel. Out, out, in, in. Change direction. Out, out, in, toe, toe, heel, heel. Out, in. Last one. There we go, warm up. So as always, the warm up I do is just to get us all moving. Do whatever bits you need to from that. If you have particularly stiff shoulders, before you start, just concentrate on those. Wherever your weaknesses are, that's where you're going to go from. We'll go straight into the Shibashi set. It's very, very blowy here. Hopefully nobody else will turn up now we get going with this. So, Wuji. It's our start and finish stance. And it's a state of absolute nothing. So we're trying to empty the mind. Feet are facing forwards. Lift those toes up, spread them as wide as you can and lower them down so you feel like you're really rooted and solid on the floor. Think about having equal weight through both feet. You haven't got more weight through the front or the back. Gently soften the knees, only slightly, so you won't even hardly be able to see it. It's just making sure they're not locked out and thrown back. Think about the pelvis very slightly tilting back so it's nice and relaxed. And then long through the front of the body, long through the crown of the head, nice and tall. Relax the arms at the side, a little bit of space in the armpits. Shoulders are relaxed and down, elbows are relaxed, hands are relaxed. From now on, no more straight arms. Slowing that breathing down. Close your eyes as you concentrate on your breathing. As you're breathing in, the tummy expands. And as you breathe out, squeezing the air out from the center of the tummy. Slowing everything down, trying to clear the mind so you're not thinking about anything in particular. Check the buttocks are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed and down, jaw and face are relaxed. You might feel yourself with your eyes closed starting to sway a little bit as you adjust your balance and adjust the body. Opening your eyes to start. We're going to step out to shoulder width apart. You can go a little bit wider if you need to. Feet facing forwards. Soften those knees a little bit more as you lower down. Breathing in, arms coming up. And out. Now remember, work at your own pace. So if you need to go a little bit faster than me, go a little bit faster. But match the breaths. Breathing in. We're aiming for at least 5 seconds on the in-breath, a little pause, and 5 seconds on that out-breath. And change. Broadening one's chest. Breathing in, arms coming out wide. Breathing out, lowering back down. Straightening up as you breathe in. And then slightly sinking down as you breathe out. And one more. Okay, change. We're going into dancing with rainbows. Turning to the side. I'm going to step back a little so you can see me. Breathing in. Bending one knee as you turn to the side. Breathing out. Switching sides. So breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. Head's just turning from side to side. eyes follow the active hand. And 2 more. Breathing in. And change the move. Hands coming down together, circling arms. Breathing in. Arms come up and round. Breathing out, lowering down. Big breath in. And out. Think breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Change the move. Twist waist, swinging arm. Palms up in front as you turn to the side. Breathing in. Up and over with that arm. Breathing out. Lower it down. Other side. Breathing in. And out. Turning the head with you. Eyes follow that moving hand. Breathing out. Palms cross each other to the front. Last one to each side. And change. Hands drop to the side. Breathing in, straightening up, rowing a boat. Breathing out. And in. And out. So backs of the hands facing behind you as you bring those arms up. And then palms facing towards the ground as you lower the arms down. Mavis has just gone belly up in front of me. I don't know if you can see that on the film or not. She's obviously all zened out. Do one more. Breathing in and out. Change, it's holding a ball. So you're going to raise a heel and reach across with the same hand. Breathing in and out. So scooping up that hand, breathing in and out. Remember, eyes follow the moving hand. And if you can, bring the heel up on the standing leg as well. And out. Do one more to each side because I've lost count. Might well be getting 8 instead of 6 today. And lowering down. Heels stay flat now, both hands as you carry on. Breathing in and out. Carrying the moon. sure as you bring those hands across in front of the body, they don't come too close to the torso. You're holding them out a little bit proud. And we change the move, so carry on the way you're going, but a breath in and then pushing away with the heel of the hand. Breathe in to pull it back. Just twist waist, push palm. Breathe out as you push the heel of the hand away. Breathe in to pull it back. And we change again, pushing that hand out, then bringing the arm in to face the palm to face the face, playing with clouds. Breathing in as you move that top elbow around. Change the arms over, breathing out. And in. But going as far around as you can comfortably get. If you don't get very far, doesn't matter. Just slow that breathing down. So breathing in as you head in one direction. And breathe out to the other side. Check what your thumbs are doing out there in virtual land. Make sure they're not sticking up in the air. And trying to keep that forearm parallel to the floor. So if you need to, do bring that top arm down lower. And we're going to change now. So whichever side you're facing, you're going to drop the arms down and turn that foot. Half a step forward and turn now. Standing leg stays where it is. We're going scooping the C. Lift the back heel up. Then lower that heel and raise the front toes. Breathing in. And out. Looking towards the ground as you scoop up. And then slightly up towards the sky as you breathe out. Scooping the sea and looking up to the sky. One more this side. As we bring those arms down on the out breath, we're going to change sides. So you're going to turn that foot back and then take the other one out. Breathing in. And out. Go as low down as you want to and as far back as you comfortably can. If it feels too wobbly, take the movement smaller. Breathing in. Out. Last one. We'll stay this side. Changing the move, playing with waves. Breath in as you bring the hands up and then breathe out as you push away. Breathe in, pull those fingers back. And out. Still rocking through these feet. Try not to speed up too much. Last one to this side. As you bring the hands in, take that foot back and change sides. Breathe it out. And in. And make sure for all these side moves, when you raise those front toes, you're not locking the knee out, so you're still keeping a soft knee. And in. Okay, stay in this side now. Change the move to spreading wings. So you're going to push the hands away, then turn the palms to face you. Breath in as the arms come out and wide. Breathing out as you reach forward. And in. And out. Hands only coming to shoulder width in front of you. Don't need to meet each other. So at least a 12-inch ruler between those hands. And make sure you're not throwing the arms back too far. We're not sending the chest forward. You can still see the hands at the sides of your eyes. Changing sides. Arms come out and wide. Step back. And the same to the other side. Breathing in as the arms come back and out as you reach forward. Keeping the elbows soft and relaxed, shoulders relaxed and down. Thumbs are relaxed. They're not sticking up into the air. And back to centre, changing the move. So you've got an in-breath as the arms come back, straighten those feet up, elbows to the side, 2 fists, punching. And breathe out as you punch away. Breathe in to pull that arm back. Breathing out, turning the hand, and in. Coming out at shoulder height if you can. If that's at all painful, take the movement lower. Breathing in and out. And in. Last one. Release the hands to the side, lower down, pelvis slightly tilting back, little fingers to the side of the legs, flying like a wild goose. Breathing in. Arms coming up onto those toes. Breathing out. Lower it all back down. And in. And out. And try to get both heels touching the floor at the same time. Arms come up. And back down again. Lower those heels, circling arms like a spinning wheel. Smaller movement if you need to, I'm going to do the full one. Breathing in, we're taking the head with us for the full movement. Coming up and around on that in-breath. And then bending at the waist on the out-breath. Breathing in and out. Remember, if you're doing the smaller movement, you keep your head still and facing forwards. Arms relaxed and soft. Change direction at the bottom this time. Breathing in, 9 o'clock through to 3 o'clock. Then breathe out. Breathing in, slightly into extension around midday on the circle. Breathing out. And make sure you're not speeding up on that out breath. Try and make it last for a good 5 seconds. Coming back up to standing. Adjust yourself. We're going into bouncing a ball. Opposite hand to foot. Whichever version you need to. Do the heel lift, do the knee lift, or the knee lift with the heel lift. Entirely up to you. Breathing in. Foot and hand. Breathing out. And in. And out. Let that foot dangle as you bring the knee up. You might well find one side is a lot easier than the other. Last set, breathing in and out. Feet come down, press palms, breathing in and out. Breathe in, pull those hands up to the face. Breathe out, turn the hands, lower it all down. Breathing in, slowing that breath down. And out. Do one more, pulling that energy up on the in-breath. And then centering it into the body on the out-breath. Going to step back in soft prayer position with those hands down the centre line of the body. Left hand, then right hand onto the lower tummy. Close your eyes. And we're going to relax into Wuji as we did at the start. So slowing that breathing. Feeling strong and rooted through the ground. Feeling the connection to the earth below us. Pelvis slightly tilting back, long through the front of the body, tall through the crown of the head. Shoulders relaxed and down. Feel those shoulder blades dropping down your back. Buttocks are relaxed. As you breathe in, feel that tummy expand. And breathing out. Make sure you relax through the fingers, not holding the thumbs rigid. As we're doing this, I've got to open my eyes to a big orange fan outside with TNT written on it. Okay, back in the room. Now I'm just going to see who's popped up online before we do our standing meditation. Hi Jill and hi Steve. Okay, take a little drink. That's the Shibashi set done. I'm going to do 5 minutes of standing meditation. And I've got my watch to check the time. I want to be able to see it where I put it. That's the thing. Let's see what the time is. Okay, standing meditation. If you're familiar with Tai Chi, you might have heard this referred to as the tree pose or tree stance. I think there's something similar in yoga as well. I'm not sure if it's still called the tree in that or not. You probably know better than me. Right, feet are coming to shoulder width apart, facing forwards. We're going to slightly soften the knees and think about the body alignment. So we're having a relaxed pelvis. Now when I'm calling it relaxed, it's gently tilting back to where it needs to be to get a nice neutral spine. So it's not being thrust back, you're not sticking your bum out, just gently relaxing. Tall through the chest bone, so think about a hook pulling you up through the centre of the breastbone. Tall through the crown of the head, and imagine a crown above the crown, that almost like a halo balancing there on your head. Shoulders are relaxed and down. Now we're going to lower those knees a bit more. As you lower the knees, make sure they're not coming out over the toes. So slightly lowering through the knees. And take your gaze forwards. So you're looking, you're seeing everything, but not focusing on anything. So it's a glazed expression as you try and empty the mind. Now, so you start off with the arms just hanging at the side. For some people, this is going to be enough to start with. We're just standing. Just breathing slowly in and out. Thinking about the tummy expanding on that in-breath. And then as you breathe out, squeezing the air out from the pelvic floor so the tummy contracts. So just standing and breathing. Now you might feel yourself getting quite warm doing this. You might find things start to wobble. Aiming for 5 minutes in total, so this might be all you need to do before you move to add in the arms. Just gazing into space, trying to empty the mind. If you want to add the arms in, you're going to take the arms out and around in front like you're hugging a big beach ball. And just holding those arms there. Now you can start with the arms as low as you need to, bringing them up to chest level and eventually to face level. If you prefer, you can turn the palms to face away from you or towards you. Just breathing. Now if you start to feel any discomfort as you hold pose, think about that discomfort. So say one of the shoulders is starting to feel a bit sore. Send your mind to that soreness and send it down the body, into the feet and out and away. If the discomfort goes into pain at any time, then stop. Hold it through the discomfort though. You might find a wobble, you might find a sweat. If anything's wobbling like crazy, it's because your muscles or your tendons are picking up on a weakness, and the more you do this, the more they'll improve. And we're just holding it, standing meditation, thinking about the breathing, thinking about the body. Now I have to turn my head to see the time. I think we've done about 3 minutes. I don't know, I can't see. So holding it. Make sure everything's relaxed. Now if you've brought the arms up, you will feel the weight of the arms. Your own body weight. This will help strengthen the arms. And if when we're practicing Shibashi at all, you feel like you need a breather, then step into this stance until you feel ready to continue. If you're doing this seated, any of the seated people watching me, exactly the same, just seated. Think about equal weight through both feet. Your weight's not forward or back. Your gaze is glazed. You can see everything. You can notice everything, but you're not focusing on any one thing. Hold those arms. When we finish, I'll tell you how long we've done. So if they get a wobble, doesn't matter. Let them wobble. Don't exaggerate it. Just let them move if they need to. And breathe. Think about that breathing. It's our standing meditation. Drop the arms to the side. Let yourself relax. Give them a wiggle. Come out of it. Back in the room. Hands rubbing together. Well done, anyone who tried that. So standing meditation. Start at 5 minutes. Build it up. Minute at a time. Keep going until you can do 20 minutes like that. Who's going to be first to get to 20 minutes? Rub the face. Now, I don't know about you, but I've got quite a sweat on doing that. Big rub of the face into the scalp. And then we're going to tap down the outside of both arms, up the insides, down the outside of the legs, up the insides, wipe away outside arms, outside legs, and inside legs. Thank you very much, everyone who joined in. Oh, I think actually we might have done 7 minutes then. I don't know if anyone was timing it. Perhaps we'll time properly on playback. So, yes, good morning to everyone. I hope you enjoyed the session today. Like I say, I'm aiming to be back in the hall next Monday. Fingers crossed. See what Boris says. And we'll be doing a 9:15 and a 10:30 class. Now, it's a soft relaunch, so I'm not expecting oodles of people there. So if you do want to come along, you can pop me a message to let me know you come in. That'd be great. But if not, and you just think Monday morning, oh yeah, I'm going to go to that, just turn up. I've got plenty of space to work with in the hall. I haven't yet had to turn people away. So we will be still working as COVID secure venue. So as you know, with what we do anyway, you're stood well apart and you're not touching anything at all. So do whatever you need to do to feel safe. You can wear a mask if you want to, although it's not required for what we do, because breathing's such an important part. There will be hand sanitizers available and all that kind of thing. So hopefully I'll see some of you in the flesh next week, which I can't wait for. It'd be so nice to see people again. And yeah, happy days. So any questions, drop me a message, drop me comments. As usual, this will be going on YouTube. Please subscribe if you can. I much appreciate it. And comments, questions, anything. I just love it. All the interaction with people. And let me know how you feel about the tree stance and the standing meditation. Give it a go. Give it a go every day between now and next week, and then report back. 5 minutes and build it up. So don't build it up too quick. Just 5 minutes stood there with your beach ball in front of you, and let me know what happens. I'll see you all on Monday, hopefully from the hall, and we will do a live at 10:30. So you know, if you're not missing out, you still feel part of the group. And stay safe. We'll see you next week. Bye bye.